Hello, Taurus. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. These are our stories, the stories of the anima mundi, God, Goddess, Creator, guides, angels, the Force, whatever you call it, we're all part of it. So thank you so much for bringing your energy here, allowing me to channel and read cards for you. This is my gratitude practice in action, and I am very grateful that you are here, because without you here, I cannot be here. So thank you. All of your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, donations are very appreciated, and I put prayers on my altar for all people who participate with the channel, past, present, and future. So other than the usual ways, there's some stuff in the description box that you can look at to join in. Again, I thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be about a number of different relationship types: your colleagues and networks, your friends, your family and your children, and partners in love, romantic relationships. So I'll select some oracle cards for each of those four categories from the Dreamscape Oracle by Matt Hughes, the Urban Crow Oracle from MJ Cullinan. For the yin side of the equation, we have the Edmund Dulac Tarot, the Yang, the Gustave Doré Tarot, and to clarify, the Radiant Wilds Tarot by Nat Gersberger. I wasn't going to take cards that popped out, and I didn't do it for the Aries reading this time, but this deck did show me Aries card, the Emperor, and now it's showing me the Empress for you, which is your card. So this is already, like, this energy is already making itself apparent that we're in the zone. So again, these readings aren't timed. They'll come to you when they come to you, but this is information about your love and relationship landscape. If you are not interacting with these energies, if they don't resonate with you, then it's not for you. If you know, I'm talking about partnership energy, for example, and you're not in a intimate partnership, that might be something that you're looking for or is influencing you. So before we begin, well, we'll do our gratitude breaths here, but we got the Knight of Cups here, so it looks like there is a message of emotional nature coming through for you from the dynamic, active side of the reading. But let's start with a deep breath for gratitude. Whatever comes to your mind, body, spirit, soul, intuition first that you're grateful for. It could be a micro tenderness. It could be a macro tenderness, something of great awe, like looking out to the vast ocean and feeling the connection, or just a micro tenderness where you're grateful for your breakfast that you ate this morning, for example. Whatever first comes to mind, we'll use that to bless this time together, this reading, and this space. So deep breath, please, and thank you so much. I feel grateful for some organizational stuff I was able to do this morning, writing some lists, just getting motivated in general, which is, I had a couple days off. I wasn't very motivated at all, and that can be frustrating, but it is what it is. Your body needs to rest, right? So I don't know if you're having trouble resting, but let's take this time to rest together and contemplate our love landscape. So for colleagues and networks, please, Spirit, for Taurus. Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, wherever it is on your chart, or Taurus Curious, Taurus Cusper, for colleagues. For friends. For families and children. and for our intimate partners and romance. Awesome, thank you. For Taurus, for colleagues and networks, please. There's the friends right there. This is very fluid. Feels a little spacey, but it's also like cards want to talk. Family and children. And let's take two of those two. This is kind of a bit of a new style of reading for me, so feeling out the vibes. It's going pretty well so far. For Taurus, please, in relationships. Oh, the Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Two knights. And the Eight of Cups. And there you are, the Hierophant. So we've got double confirmation here. This is also Libra, Venusian energy, the divine feminine. But this is specifically your court card, so connection with divine energy. Relationships for Taurus, please. We have the Ten of Swords. All right, Aries also had an ending energy, end of cycle energy. The Fool, beginning of a cycle. And the Seven of Wands, which Aries also had that too. So some contentious energies, some defending boundaries, moving away from emotionally unfulfilling situations, and then also just being really busy. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like, this could be, you know, this juggling of resources, this like stress on your primordial energy and passions, wanting to have a new start. But let's look at our colleagues and network here. We have the Architect. Yeah, so you've been building something in your career or with the group of people who you interact with day to day. It's been like a real like building energy, and there's been a lot of confusion maybe, or just like managing of physical earthly resources, building the building, getting all the blocks in order, putting things together. So you've been working with a lot of people, or, you know, intensely with a small amount of people, and trying to create something from scratch pretty much, you know, because the Two is just kind of a very beginning energy. So rebuilding resources, finding people who you can work with efficiently, enact your plans. You've got a lot of ideas and things that you want to come to fruition. It may have come directly from source, this idea. And you have, but you also, the Hierophant indicates that you have the skills to do it. There might be some kind of secret or initiatory knowledge. This is like kind of hierarchy, so you may be in a leadership position where you have the knowledge, skills, and information to mentor someone, or you may be looking for a mentor. And memory. So yeah, there's a lot about your experience that you have to offer. You want to communicate this verbally, clearly, concisely. You don't have any time to waste. You've got stuff to do, and like what you've been doing so far hasn't been emotionally fulfilling, so you want to get in there and like make things happen. With the Ten of Swords, they're just like, some of the memories have been just too much, and you want to get rid of unhelpful thought processes so that you can move forward with these new plans. it's a brand new plan. It might seem ridiculous to other people, but maybe they don't have the kind of experience that you do, and you can like communicate this concisely. But like what you've been receiving in your friends and or your network of colleagues, perhaps in your workplace or people you work with in organizations, it just hasn't been enough. It hasn't been efficient enough. It hasn't been like moving cleanly. It's just been a lot of like juggling of, nonsense, and you've had to defend your position too much, and kind of like there's this frustration with not being able to like use resources that are available because people aren't really seeing what's there. But you know how things have worked before, that that seems like secret mystical knowledge, but you're like, no, isn't even mysticism. It's just like the way it is, And I think that you have a lot to give and maybe haven't been received, so you're moving on from situations that don't work. You're going to want to reach out to somebody who you feel is emotionally supportive of like whatever you're invested in these groups. Whether you're the kind of person who likes to put together groups of people to have dinner or organize a charity event, or volunteer at the food shelter, or these are your bar hopping pals. You want it to be a little bit deeper, a little less chaotic, more practical, like not putting out more energy than you're receiving. So you're looking for the last two cups that will create the 10, right? It's like, but some of it's going to be with the resources and what you can build in your emotional life. Tired of defending your opinion, and you just need to find people who can understand you, who don't think you're ridiculous for having these lofty ideas, So for friends, and these are like people who are like close to you, there's memory again. That's interesting. Twice. So you have memories of having people who do get you, who don't think that you're a fool, who know that there are great, great things out there that are very emotionally fulfilling. You can speak to them about your heart. You may have to kind of retain a smaller group of friends who you are spending actual time with and or money perhaps with, and that you don't have to like defend your position constantly, because like if your head is full of noise from people who didn't believe in you in the past, then this cycle is ending. Like you can say what you mean. You don't have to take on the thoughts of other people's ideas about you. What people think of you is none of your business. Yeah, soar. Yeah, so we're looking at some really great, like uplifting, abundant energies here where, you are able to communicate and just take a leap of faith and like move on, cut away, things that don't serve you or matter anymore. These are like good friends who allow you to like access like beautiful memories that tell you wonderful stories about life, but you might just you're starting over with a new story about how you talk to yourself and talk to other people, and how you relate to the world and your thoughts. Like you don't need to be like defending your abundance, and your wisdom. So with family and children, the Prophet, that's interesting. So yeah, that's related to this energy here, and in the core essence of the Taurian energy of the Hierophant, there's this Prophet energy where it's receiving through ritual and structure, and places of safety, so creating a place of safety within your home, in your family group, the people in your family that you trust, creating a trusting, safe, emotionally supportive environment for your children or your partner or, other family members is going to be so important to receive these like amazing inspirations and downloads and like this, this ability to be really brave and enact on this new idea and not feel like there's a scarcity. And knowing how to issue your wealth wisely. But, just because you're moving on from these 8 cups that you've built in the past doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to build it all anew. And you have a message of love to give, or you will receive one. So there is like just undeniably this amazing abundance coming in, and it's, heaven sent. I would definitely recommend, meditation or traditions or practices that make you feel like connected, rooted, root chakra meditations in particular, to align you with your crown, right? Because like if you've been in your head or like in your rational thoughts, and then you coast up to this crown chakra energy, it could be very stressful if you don't have some grounding stuff. And the Empress is very, very grounded energy, because you are like moving onto this new adventure with, the ones that you love. And you have a lot of wisdom to offer to the people who are closest to you. Yeah, so upheaval, right? So with this Fool energy, these like fast moving night energies, this moving on, you might actually be moving, but there's a lot, and maybe that brings back memories of having to move for you in the past, and like building new friendships and networks in a new town, and getting new friendships and wanting them to be like really supportive, awesome people. Like there's a lot of wisdom in that kind of upheaval and that willingness to change. Definitely like take time to grieve the old way and root yourself in some traditions that make you feel cozy. It could just be, your favorite recipe that grandma used to make or whatever. But like things that root you, make you feel safe within your family group and with your kids and with your inner child as well. And then for partnerships and love relationships, again, if you're looking for somebody, if you're not involved, this is some kind of energy that you might be looking out for. And of course, like cultivating that energy within yourself first is what's going to draw to you the things that you need. Oh, fun. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, cool. So there's like an ability to be vulnerable here, which is really wonderful. And like, you might have been feeling shy, needing extra cuddling and nurturing. The fawns usually like will be in a little circle of grass resting while the mother goes out foraging, and they're so pretty. And like I don't know if you've ever seen one in real life, but they're just lovely, lovely creatures, and deserve protection. So there's like a loveliness within you, just a sweet, innocent, vulnerable loveliness that you can foster. You're brand new, you're a fresh little thing, you're starting a new life. You have a fresh start. There's still a lot going on for you. Your legs are growing and you're learning how to walk. Be careful you don't run out in the road into cars. There's like some of this fast energy that like maybe you need some support around like all of this stuff that's been flooding in. Like, is it going to be this kind of situation again where I'm too busy, where like I'm thinking too much, like my thoughts are running rampant? But you can, have this Four of Pentacles moment where you can nest, and be safe and trust in your traditions, trust in your, and this is like a paternal energy too. But if you have any kind of societal structures that help support you, like if you want to go back to school, or if you, are part of a a volunteer organization or a religious group that makes you feel comfortable and safe, it might be worthwhile to look into that. Or any kind of structure, you know, like exercise, going to exercise once a week at the same time with the same teacher. Variety isn't necessarily the spice of life right here. It's a little kind of blending in energy with the camouflage, and that's totally okay. You can retreat and you can, you know, rest, because there are just these new bursts of energy. It's a lot to manage. There's a lot of like moving on and going forward with your life, and like for you to have plenty of rest to be safe and feel secure is going to be so important here. Anticipation and anomaly. So yeah, big changes coming up. Exciting. Like make sure to feel positive and excited for them, because like it's going to be something fresh and new that you've never experienced before. I mean, this wasn't meeting your needs, so you want to do something completely different, and it's going to take some time to get used to this new life being a new, fresh thing. So yeah, I mean, this is so exciting. Don't let your anticipation for the blessings that are coming through to get the better of you and like get you stressed out and burned out mentally. You're going to need your expressive energy, so like you're going to need like positive thoughts and positive feelings to be able to kind of absorb this iconoclastic new phenomenal energy. But you do have the support of structures, connection to source, and probably through processes that you'll need to go through and structures. And then this absolutely wonderful, abundant wealth, beauty, aesthetic energy of the Empress. So nurturing, so mothering. And you can always parent yourself. Your love partner is not your parent. They can provide some cues with that and some support around that, but at the end of the day, like, you're really in charge of being your own parent. But I do see a lot of support within all of that, and support in healing, support in strengthening yourself for this new beginning. Let's have one card to bless this reading for Taurus, please. Oh, there it is. The World. Yay, cool. Yeah, well, Aries got the World as well, not from this deck, but yeah, that's great. New beginnings, absolutely. So this is the end and the beginning of a cycle, and it's all there. It's all coming through. It's going to be something that you've never seen before. I know it's exciting, but you know, please rest and tune into your higher wisdom. Rely on the friends that remind you of the most comfortable and beautiful times of your life. Remember when you've been strong before and you've learned new things and become masterful of them, because there is just like, there's this like new exciting energy, and you're going to need your power and your fire to move through it, but so supported by this like beautiful feminine energy and this beautiful masculine energy. And you're just ready for the world to open up to you so you can soar. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't hit the like button already, I would love it if you did that. Because you are here, I can be here, and I'm so grateful to be here. This is such a wonderful part of my day to read for you. So thank you again. Please check out other videos, because really they're all about love. You know, let me know your feedback in the comments. I'd love to hear anything you have to say, anything that you might want to see in the future. I bless you with all my heart. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. And I wish you peace.